is up, everybody? It is the start of a new vlog and I'm on the bank. I have managed to get out on the bank as a married man, despite what everybody said. In fact, most people didn't say that, but the odd one did. Yeah, I'm back at Grenville and I'm standing in the swim that is the scene of my session last vlog, where I caught that incredible 40-pounder, and I can't believe that I'm walking in and this peg's free. You know, this time of year it's a very, very popular swim, but there is only 2 anglers on. One's actually just turned up, so there was 1 angler on last night and that was it, which is probably a testament to how well it is fishing at the moment, which is not very well at all. It's high pressure and it is going to be tricky, but if I can manage to put one on the bank, it will be very, very good. So I'm going to get all my kit out of the van and make a start. Here we go then, opening gambit. Pretty much what I caught on the last vlog. A yellow Northern Special Mini there on a size 6 wide gape. No, it's not a wide gape, it's a stiff rig beak point hook. 4 inches of reflex camo braid, and of course a drop off inline lead, a 4-ounce one. These are actually really good for solid bags. I don't think I showed these last year, but these last vlog. God, what am I talking about today? Yeah, these, you can see they've got a taper on them, and when you pack them right down at the end of a bag to do like a proper distance bag, the taper on them, you know, really helps make sure that it is weight forward. So yeah, I see these as the perfect bag for solid bag fishing. Well, the rods are all fishing. I got them out, well, when there was a bit of a crosswind actually. As you can see, there's a lot less of a crosswind now. Not a lot's coming out. I think it was 3.5 weeks ago that I was last here, and I believe that is the last fish that got caught out of this particular swim. I'm gonna fish as well as I can, which at the moment definitely doesn't involve putting too much bait out. You know, I'll give it maybe the first 24 hours just with bags, then maybe if that doesn't work, look to put some bait out tomorrow. Let's give it a go, see what happens. So I think I mentioned in the last vlog that on here in the autumn the deep water is the one, and this swim gives me 30 to 35 feet of very deep water. And also with that, the further out you are, the better your chances are when the sort of pressure comes on this deeper water in the autumn. More and more people fish it, it pushes the fish out into the middle. So the further out that you can go, the better, and it's completely clean. There's no weed on the bottom or anything, so you can literally just cast as far as you possibly can. When I got here, there was a bit of a crosswind, which I reckon probably took off about 10 to 15 yards of my full casting potential, and now that wind has dropped to almost nothing. Still ever so slight, but almost nothing. So now is a good time to get the rods rechucked, get these out, and that'll be where they stay for the night. Let's whack it out. So that has gone out a lot, well, perfectly straight. There's no bow in the line, so I know that that's gone out as far as I can get it. Now I just need to do the other ones. I'm going to fan them out quite a bit, just to cover as much water as possible. Fingers crossed we can get one. I cannot believe how early it gets dark at the moment. It is, yeah, ridiculous, and it's only going to get shorter and shorter the nights at the moment. But what I'm doing right now is I've got me laptop on. There is no rest for the wicked, and I am currently in the process of sorting out all of our angler teams. I'll say I'm currently in the process of it. It's sort of a constant thing, but yeah, back end of the year, it's sort of gets more and more as we get close to renewing contracts for the following year. So we've got roughly 300 anglers in the team. That's between sponsored anglers and consultants, and they've all got to have contracts, and the contracts vary from what type of deal they get, what sort of benefits they get from being a sponsored angler or a consultant, and I've got to make sure that they're all correct, that all of the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed, the numbers are in the right point, the zeros are in the right point, the decimal places are in the right place, the contracts will be checked, and then yeah, probably December time the contracts will be sent out. We'll have lots of excited anglers getting their contracts through and finding out what deal they've got, and yeah, it's quite a nice process. It's stressful as anything, because you know, we've got to weigh up with these anglers. It's not just a case of going, oh, you're a good angler, have whatever free gear you want. We've got to work out, you know, what we think that they're worth to the business, or what having them representing our brand is worth to the business. We've got to look at the country that they're in. We've got to look at their social media following. These loads and loads of things that go into making a good consultant or a good sponsored angler. People don't just get being a sponsored angler or being a consultant through sheer luck. They have to offer something to Fox for us to want to bring them on board. Let's crack on and hope we get a bite. It just feels so horribly high pressure. I'm fishing in 34 foot of water and not allowed to use zigs, so fishing on the bottom. Haven't seen anything anywhere, not just out in front of me, anywhere. So it's going to be tricky, but you've got to be in it to win it. It's 2:20 in the morning, and I did one of the classic winter fishing mistakes, which is I probably went to sleep at about 7 o'clock, and now I'm wide awake. Yeah, I'm just making a brew. I've just rechucked all 3 of my rods actually. I think I've mentioned this before with the bags. I do like to keep solid bags sort of freshened up. This time of year, you know, every 8 hours you can probably get away with. I might rechuck a little bit more often during the day, but I do like to keep them fresh. I feel like the pellets, once they've sort of swelled up, they start creating a bigger feed area than actually what you want the more they sort of swell up. So if you can put the effort in to make those rechucks, I do think you catch more fish. And generally on here, what I've found, and everywhere, not just on here, is that bites tend to come within a few hours of a rechuck more often than not. Well, definitely one of my favourite things about carp fishing is sitting at the front of the swim early morning with the light just coming up with a brew and watching. I've been here for about 10 minutes and have not seen anything. It's still just nice to be out, or blue space therapy I think they call it these days, and yeah, just love it. It's just great. So it's another early dark night, and it is another full moon, and I have a feeling that this full moon is not going to bring me the joys that the last full moon did. Yeah, I don't know, I think I'm heading towards a blank, which is absolutely fine. You know, I'm going to show you if I blank. I'll completely say if I've blanked, and I think it keeps it real. I think a lot of people do tend to keep it quiet when they have a blank and only tell people when they have a good session, but seeing as this is a vlog and I'm going to tell you absolutely everything, I'm going to tell you if I blank. Let's hope I don't, but I might do. Anyway, what I did just pick up the camera to say is that in the week after next, I am filming with Mark for the Challenge Christmas special, which I'm really looking forward to. Basically, it's me versus Mark again. So the last time we did this was on the Ebro, and I managed to just beat him. So I need to make sure that I beat him again. He's going to be giving it the old, oh, I'm not really going to try, oh, Harry's really competitive. But he reminds me every time about that Ebro thing that he caught more fish than me, which he did, but that wasn't the rules. So I'm going to have to make sure that I beat him. I have been working hard on the old rig board, as you can see, and I am loaded up. There is no way that Mark is going to be as prepared as I am. I've done some leads on some leaders if I want to do some pre-tied solid bags. I've got them all ready to go. Yeah, I better not lose. I am well and truly staring down the barrel of a big fat blank. Yep, I've got about 45 minutes left and the rods have been motionless, but that is the way it is. You can't catch all the time. My last 2 sessions on here have been really good, and I've caught some nice fish, so I can't complain too much. Let's hope I can right the wrongs of this session. Okay, so I am back home, literally just got back, and I think it's worth mentioning actually. Normally you'd just say, the lake was fishing really hard, no one's caught, and I've also blanked as well. But I think in hindsight, I mean, Matt, you could say it's a mistake or whatever. I guess I will say it's a mistake because it's not something that I did. But fair play to Ian Bailey, who turned up last night just as it was getting dark, and he would have had to have a bit of a toy about with a decision where he was going to go, and he told me he was thinking about going in next to me because that's where the sort of form is traditionally for this time of year out in that deep water. But he decided against it. He went into a swim that's it's a good swim, peg 6, but not necessarily renowned at this time of year for producing fish. And he had 3 by the time I packed up this morning. Paul sent me pictures of another 2 that he's had since then. So it looks like he's on for a bit of a beano, and he's been catching his fish over bait. And I think in hindsight now, knowing that, because that swim fishes not to the back of the area where I am, but it's not too far away, and you know, maybe I should have put some bait out. I thought with the high pressure and everything that I'd just try and nick a bite, and that's all it was going to be. And it very much did seem like that. It wasn't fishing well. There was nothing getting caught. And yeah, I thought it was going to be about nicking a bite. But he's come in, started off with a bucket of bait, and is having an absolute beano. So fair play to him. And yeah, I got it wrong. Don't listen to a word I say. Yes, so it is a office day today, but it's a little bit different because it is studio time. So we've got the studio all set up down here. We got Captain Kieran on the cameras, and we've got Mr. Jim Wilson, Mr. Scott Day, who are going to be my guests for Carp Fishing Rewind. We're recording the sort of studio section to the piece. Also today we've got Tom here. He is recording the voiceovers with Sean McSpadden for his Croatia session.
Check that out for a proper Croatian unit. 50 pounds and 14 ounces. My first bite on what I suppose is the first full day of fishing. What a phenomenal place.
If you haven't seen the Croatian film yet, make sure you check it out because it is awesome. But today we are recording, well, I'm not, it's actually got nothing to do with me, I'm crashing the party, but these guys are recording the voiceovers. The machine
lot, but I really
Mallet.
cannot emphasise just how amazing
Cameraman Brad.
it is a rig that can be used
And
in so many
Mr.
different situations,
Product
whether
Development,
you're using it on an electric
Sean
setup,
Spadden.
a helicopter setup, and more importantly, it is super
Loads of tips as well, so it's good.
Minimal.
It is that time of the vlog where I choose a winner from the competition on the last vlog. So I'll be going through all of the comments. Thank you so much for so many lovely comments, by the way. Absolutely blown away with the response, especially with the comments to my wedding, and thank you so much. But most importantly, the winner of the PVA bag bundle that I've put together between Fox and CC Moore products is Tom Worsley. So Tom Worsley, I hope that's how you pronounce your surname. This is your comment, and you have won. So make sure that you get in contact with me on my either my Instagram page or on Facebook. Send me a private message and I will make sure that all of those bits are sent out to you as soon as possible. And guys, stay tuned, because there is going to be another competition later on in this vlog. Here is a really cool thing that I get to do today. So I've been designing a product in conjunction with our very talented product engineers. We have got not the first, but I think the third 3D printed prototype. So this isn't in any way close to being finished, but the 3D printing gives us an idea of what it all looks like. Now, because obviously it is a product we've still got in the pipeline, you know, this is probably going to be a year off, and we don't want to show it to everyone. I haven't dismantled it yet. I'll get out of the way so we've got some light. These are 4 pieces. There's all sorts of like bits that need to be picked off and come off all of these items, which is sort of excess from what the printer does. And then my job now is to pick them all off and then put the pieces together to make the product. So yeah, I'm proper excited about it. Maybe you could guess what the product is in the comments below. Let me know what you reckon it is. I think it's going to be pretty hard to guess from those, because if I looked at those, I'd have not a clue. But yeah, proper exciting day today, and I'm looking forward to putting it together right now. Today is the day that the 12,000 XCs are put on the rods and are spooled up. They're going on my £3 Horizon X4s. Also, I, funnily enough, will be giving my 12,000 EOSs to Ali Hamidi. So Ali sent me a voice message a couple of nights ago and was like, Harry, I'm going to Gilham's and I would really like some reels that are gonna stand up to the test that venue provides. And he was like, which ones do you think would be the best? And I said, I think the best ones would be the 12,000 EOSs, but we don't have them in stock currently and we can't currently get some. However, I am going to be swapping my reels over to the 12,000 XCs right now, so I'm going to have some spare. So I said, do you want the spare ones that are left over? And he said, yeah, they'd be absolutely perfect. So these are going to be winding their way to Mr. Hamidi, and I'm going to be spooling up the XCs. We are ready to go. I've got my spooler line in here. This is actually a prototype line that I'm testing out. £23 line, 0.40 in diameter. But yeah, like I say, this is one that I'm testing out. So that's in lukewarm water. I'm going to tie that onto the bottom of the spool, go up through the butt ring, and then I always use a tea towel to hold the line under tension when I'm winding it on. Ooh, And look at that. That is absolutely perfect at the first 250 metre mark. So that means I've got 750 metres left. We've got all of these stickers on our more expensive monos. And yeah, that is looking lovely. So this evening we are watching Christmas film and doing the Christmas decorations for the Christmas tree that we've just got. I'm sure you'll be watching this and you'll kind of be like, well, Christmas is over, because it will be, but this is what I'm doing. And I thought I'd tell you, we have had our Christmas decorations in the loft, and we've got all of these like dried fruit and stuff that we used last year. And as you can see, it's been absolutely annihilated by mice, which is great. And it's going to get more annihilated by these cats. But yeah, look in there. Oh, it's disgusting. So yeah, definitely going to need to get some more Christmas decorations, which we didn't expect to do. It is Christmas special challenge day. It is about 5:30 in the morning, and I'm just sorting out my last bits to go in the van before I drive off and start filming this challenge. Really looking forward to it. It's actually going to be a bit of a me versus Mark scenario, although it is like -1 outside. It has been freezing cold for the last few days. A load of the country's covered in snow. Luckily it's not down this end, but it is going to be hard, really hard. I think catching anything is going to be a result, but let's get it done. I got the Christmas tree finished, by the way. Obviously I haven't put the lights on, but yeah, these were the sort of things that was using, or was making, and all of these have been eaten by the mice. It's amazing. There we go, let's go to the challenge. Just getting all the maggots nice and clean and sorted. Got some maize flour there, and yeah, if you get them from somewhere like Willie's Worms, which I've done recently because it's just convenient, they come in these bags. But yeah, using the maize flour just cleans them off nicely. These have been in the fridge, and yeah, they should sort of just start coming back to life, hopefully pretty soon. The van is sparkling, look at it. Well, this all looks rather beautiful. Yeah, I'm here, and I'm well early, to be fair. I'm about an hour and a half early. I do like to get to the challenges early, just to give me a chance to have a look round and sort of work out where best to start off. As you can see, it is freezing, there's snow on the ground. I mean, maybe we'll catch a snow carp for a Christmas special, which will be pretty cool. It is gonna be hard, really hard, I know that much. But let's take a little mosey on down to the water's edge and see if we can see anything, because that is gonna be the most important thing. If we can see a carp, then there's a chance of catching one. Hey, stand up. Oh no. Did you mean to do that? Did I mean to cast it short and for it to go in like a massive brick? No. Right. Budge over, little one. Daddy's here. No. I mean no. No. No, just go in the swim next door. There's no no's on this challenge. It's just yeses. So, can you just move that way, please? What? You're not seriously going to do it? The next swim is right down there. I'm not going in there. Were you scared of the dark or something? No, there's fish here, maybe. I don't know. Just put you over so I can get my rods in. So I just realised that I haven't done an update at all since we've been here. So got the guys here, we've got Kieran and Brad, the crew, and then Mark's in there somewhere, I think. And yeah, we are moving, we're on the move. Yeah, this will probably come out after the challenge has been shown. So for some reason, the guys seem to conspire against me, and now I'm doing the challenge on my own, and Mark is dictating things, which I guess is a fun idea, and it is something that lots of people have suggested in the past, but it wasn't what I was expecting. So had a complete change of plan, going to a different venue now to try and get myself off the mark, because I have not caught anything. Mark has caught one out of my swim. He's decided to fish literally right in the same swim as me, which is great. Need to get this challenge up and running, because at the moment it's making me look like a bit of a mug. There he is. Oh, I've struck right-handed. There he is. Oh, this is awkward, and it's come off. No, yeah, don't. Like, I literally, like, trying to even play a fish left-handed.
It was one disaster followed by the next, to be honest. But eventually I did manage to catch one, which then released me from the shackles of fishing left-handed, and I could carry on normally. That opened the floodgates and I started catching, and this little Maggot Rig was what I was using.
Yeah, so I thought I'd just show you my Maggot Rig that I use for most of my maggot fishing. If I'm using a lead link, or in this instance I'm using an inline, but I'm not using solid bags. So I've got a short, I don't know, 6-inch length of Camotex just Camotex soft. Then I've got a size 5 stiff rig beat point hook there, small piece of foam, and then I guess that's 10 maggots on top, and then that just sinks really slowly under the weight of the hook, so it sort of sits up off of the bottom, I guess like that, if you can see that in this shadowy light. So yeah, that is it. Very, very simple, but very effective.
I think all that's left for you to say is challenge failed.
So yesterday we finished the filming of the challenge, and by now I'm sure you'll have all watched it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It was a completely different spin on what we've done in the past, and completely unexpected. I feel like I did okay. Yeah, I'd never want to fish left-handed ever again, literally ever. But what it did make me realise was literally the importance of learning how to cast properly, and accuracy and stealth, and how much maybe I take that for granted. Obviously I've been fishing since I was 4 years old, and you know, pretty much since I was 4 years old I've been fishing almost every week. Yeah, so 28 years or whatever, that's a lot of casting. So if you're a newcomer to the sport, I think you've got watercraft up there at the top, and then just under that I'd say casting is going to be the next thing that is going to catch you fish, and you've just got to practice it. I've lost count of the times that I've just gone out just to cast, not to go fishing, but just to cast. I used to do it a lot in the garden as a kid. I used to just cast at targets in the garden, and then when I've been sort of older, I've done a lot of distance casting practice just to try and hone in my skills. Anyway, moving on. I waffled for quite a while then, and I didn't really anticipate to. What I really picked up the camera to say is that today is the staff Christmas party. Love these Christmas parties because I spend an awful lot of time sort of on my own, really. Sort of don't get a chance to see everyone sort of all in one more sociable setting. So yeah, it should be really, really nice, and I'm looking forward to it. Let's get on my bike. I'm waffling. Here we go, Christmas party. We got the whole upstairs booked off. Everyone's giving us a wave.
On his vlog. He's vlogging.
Lou Dog's on the vlog.
Is he vlogging? Are you vlogging? Are you vlogging?
Oh, he's vlogging. I'm vlogging. Look, I'm just going to give a shout out to Michelle, who is there. She probably won't appreciate this, but Michelle is a legend who's organised all of this. Thank you very much, Michelle.
So I am out on the bank again, and I've come to Fenland Fisheries, and I'm going to be fishing on the Moyden Lake. I like coming here in the winter. I tend to have 1 or 2 trips each winter. It's usually good for a bite. Conditions are sort of good. It's mild, but it's high pressure, and it's the first mild spell that we've had for a while, but the pressure is absolutely through the roof. And I've got some products to test. I could have gone to Grenville, but they're rig items, quite a few little riggy bits, and I'd like to catch some fish on them. And Grenville is one of those where it's sort of hit and miss. This is going to be my last trip before Christmas. In order to sort of get a proper feel for the products and a proper test, I wanted to come somewhere where I had a little bit of a higher chance of catching some fish. So I did slightly wuss out of going to Grenville, but I'm here at Moyden, and excuse you. Yeah, I am here at Moyden, and I'm going to do my absolute best to try and catch one. Or 2 or 3. So check this out. This is mad. I'm just about to put my first rod in, which is walked along this little track. But there's another lake just next door, like a little sort of pleasure lake with smaller carp in. And if I just flip the screen round, check out, like, you won't be able to see it properly, but that is just a massive ball of carp right up on the surface. I did say that it was really high pressure. I've been hearing them bosh whilst I've been setting up, and yeah, it's really high pressure, and they're just all sitting there right up on the surface. This is, yeah, mad, really. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like it. I've seen fish like up on the surface, but they're so tight. There is these loads there. Yeah, mad. Makes me think that maybe I should be fishing zigs in this lake. However, the rig bits that I've got to test are not ziggy bits. So yeah, this is one of the things with coming out and having to fish, which is absolutely great, but not necessarily doing exactly what you'd normally be doing, because you're testing certain products that aren't necessarily absolutely perfect for the situation that you've got in front of you. So you're definitely fishing slightly handicapped, but I can't really complain too much. Being outside and able to do my job outside is pretty magic, really. So no complaints from me. I'm going to crack on, get this rod down this margin, and see what we can do. Okay, so just down here by this tree is going to be my first spot. There's sort of a big ball of roots and stuff down there that the fish sort of like to sit in, or at least I'm hoping that they like to sit in. And yeah, I'm going to wind the rig right up to the rod tip and poke it underneath the branches. There's nothing that you can get caught on under there. There's no real snags. It's just sort of structure that the fish like to hang about in. And then I've got a nice amount of maggots that were left over from the challenge, and that's what we're going to do. So put the rig right up to the top there. Yeah, so I've just poked the rod right underneath, back wound the lead down, and yeah, most people I imagine will be casting to a spot like this, but actually my rod's long enough to bring it over the trees and bring it back, so that's what I'm going to do. And I've probably got a rig further under that tree than most people have, and it's advantages like that that get you more bites. Oh, there's a robin in the tree behind me looking like he wants some maggots, so I'll give him some. So the rods are in. I've actually got for the first time probably ever, I've got 3 different rigs on 3 different rods, and that's because of the bits and bobs that we're currently testing. I've got 2 on inlines, one's in a solid bag, one's on sort of a fluorocarbon-y rig, and then the other is sort of on a more standard setup for me, a leg clip and a soft coated braid. It's really high pressure. I just like it. The lake has been flat calm all day, and I don't know how that's going to work. Like those fish in the lake next door have sort of, I don't know, concerned me in their behaviour, in the sense that they don't look like they're feeding at all, and if that is replicated in this lake, then my little testing mission is going to not go as well as planned. But you've got to be in it to win it. There is a Yorkshire brewing down there. Look at this. The rod that you saw me place under that bush has gone. It's probably been out an hour and a half. Yeah, really pleased with that. I was sort of starting to think that it wasn't going to happen, but it's just so flat calm. I mean, look at that, so flat. But yeah, we're in happy days. And what's really good to know is that this is on loads of new rig components, so let's hope I land it. That will do. That will do. What do you reckon? Oh yeah. Nice. That's got to be close to 20. That.
There we go. 22, or just under 22 pounds of absolutely gorgeous Bermudan common carp. Yeah, well happy to have got this. This is on 3 different new items that I'm testing out today, and they worked absolutely perfect. It was nailed bottom lip on a little maggoty hook bait, and yeah, not a bad start to my sort of just under 24 hours, I guess.
So I'm going to hide all my rig bits and show you the hook bait. That is a Northern Special tipped, I don't know, with about 10 wrigglers. I'm fishing it as a pop-up because over on that margin, go on, focus. So yeah, I'm fishing it under this tree. Where are we? Here. Fishing it under there, and yeah, it's quite sort of leafy under there. There's a bit of debris, but it's all good, and we'll get it back out there.
Well, that bite has properly interrupted me full flow on the laptop, giving some product feedback. Proper violent take. The other one was a really subtle little up and down, bit of a drop back, and this one has smashed off. Same rod again, that same rod under the tree. It's just a little banker spot where, you know, they've got all tree roots, the bank's undercut, just the perfect little hidey hole. You can see behind me, I still haven't got me bivvy set up or anything. Oh, I don't want this to go too far around these reeds, otherwise I'll have to chase it. Oh, maybe I will have to chase it. Right. So, me GoPro ran out, rather typically. You know, batteries do not like the cold, but I've got a nice ghosty. Love catching a few in the winter. Yeah, getting out, getting a couple of bites. To me, that's what it's about. I've really ummed and ahed about going to Grenville, and don't get me wrong, it does
still fish at this time of year, and I do believe Paul Bacon has had last night a 37 or a 38 pounder. So yeah, it's still doing fish, but I needed to test some products out, and that's what I'm doing, and they're working.
So there we go. That'll do. Second one of the day, and yeah, I wonder what tonight will bring. Be interested to see whether they continue to feed into the hour's darkness, but he's really cool. Probably won't be able to appreciate, but across the top of his head, loads of like pinks and purples and oranges. Yeah, proper cool little character in the winter. Happy days. Slide him backwards unceremoniously back in. Yeah, man, lovely. Okay, so the light has now vanished from the sky, and I don't mind admitting I've had a bit of a nightmare. I'm not quite sure why. So you saw me having a cup of tea earlier, and that was the last of that gas. So I've gone to a new gas bottle, and there's something faulty with the gas bottle. It won't let any of its gas out. So, and that's my only gas bottle that I've got now. Dinner tonight, I don't have my chicken fajitas. Instead, what have I got? I've got some like Christmas biscuits that Alice got, and yes, a protein yogurt, a classic Carper's dinner. So yeah, I'm going to be really hungry by the morning. Well, it is a cold and misty morning, but nothing else has happened, and that is me pretty much done. I just got to pack up all of this behind me, and yeah, then hit the road. Not a bad little session, productive in terms of what I needed to do with the little friggy bits. Learned a lot more about them, got things to change on some of them, things that are brilliant on others of them, and yeah, looking forward to sort of getting the next round of samples in and continuing to test some of these samples a little bit more. But that is probably my last session for Christmas, so not bad way to finish on. 2 fish, really pleased with that. It's cold this morning, it's not been easy conditions, and putting fish on the bank in winter is always good. Yes, it is time for a competition. I always like to give something away on my vlog, and this time I'm actually going to give away the same prize that was in the first vlog, because 2 of the winners from the first vlog did not come through to claim their prize. So the FX 5-rod quiver holdall that you cannot get anymore, it is no longer available. The 5-rod quiver holdall, 2 of them are going to be up for grabs, and all you have to do to win is caption this photo. So if you send me a caption to this photo in the comments below and let me know how you have enjoyed this vlog, and also you must be a subscriber to the Fox Fishing channel, so make sure you click subscribe whilst you're down there leaving your comment. I will pick a winner in the next vlog. Thank you ever so much for watching this vlog and for leaving comments, hitting likes on my other vlogs as well. Really do appreciate your support, and like the fact that you love this kind of content just as much as all of the other stuff that we put out. So on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'll see you in the next vlog.